Last year I played Canada and Victoria 2 in recognition of Canada's Independence Day. It was a pretty good video, I think, even if it was the only video on this channel to not break 100 views. This year I have converted the save from that game into Hearts of Iron 4 and will be continuing the Tale of Canada. I did actually change some things before converting the save, like the United States was communist the last we saw it, but I changed that. The lore behind that decision is after the Union lost that war with Canada, the people lost faith in the Communist Party, and counter-revolutionaries rose up, and now they're, yeah. I also made Deseret and California independent over here in the part of what was the United States that got cut off. Lore behind that is, while counter-revolutionaries were rising up over here, they also rose up over here. I also balkanized the Balkans. Also, since the converter failed to add any resources to the map, I had to go through and add in a whole bunch of resources manually. I only messed with the map though, I didn't do anything with the focus trees. The converter automatically generated me a kinda sad focus tree over here compared to like the Union or Germany. And the United Kingdom even got their Imperial Federation tree. But even though my focus tree is not that great itself, the Union and the Confederacy both have war goals against me, so I am going to be able to do something this game. Remember Douglas Hamilton from last video? He's a field marshal now. Feel old yet? And now I've gained enough political power to go up to partial mobilization. I have researched trucks. Time to start producing those. I'll give Doug over here defensive doctrine because he was a pretty defensive general back in Victoria too. And I'll also motorize supply now that we've got trucks in production. Last chance to look at me, Hector. I've never actually seen that show. For some reason I can get ideological loyalty as a republic. From what I can see, the Americans seem to be lined up more on the Confederate border than my own. I think they might be trying to go for them first. Alright, it's about to become 1939. That's when a lot of the focuses with war goals unlock. Well, I was expecting something to happen, but not that. Yep, the Union's got revanchism. That means they're going for their cores. Oh right, yeah, they do have a war goal on me. And now they're war with Guangdong too. This will give me the naval range to reach Japan. They seem to not have great supply over here, but let's see what we can do. Oh neat, I got enough intel on the Union to tell that they're going for Deseret first. Meanwhile, I've infiltrated the American army. Okay, now stuff's going down. Yeah, Japan's at war with a few people now. The Union's at war with Deseret, but they can't reach each other. Goodbye, Douglas. Hello? Alexander Hamilton. I don't think he was very conservative, but that's kind of funny. Oh, now Taiping's gonna get in on Guangdong. I don't think the American AI is gonna start any of these paths if they're still at war with Deseret, so this will affect the war with Japan, I think. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Oh man, Germany's at war with like the entire world. You know, it's just like World War II if you think about it. I think Netherlands just got a government changed by Germany. Yeah, because they're democratic, they're not exactly gonna be taking over the world when they conquer it. You know, because there's no allies or anything, if Germany takes out France, that's gonna be it for them. They're just gonna get like, well, probably just government changed even though they're already democratic. Wait a minute, Social Workers Party, I've seen this before. Ooh, there's Guangdong gone and now my navy is stranded. We're back in business. And there goes France. Oh, what do you know? Germany forced them to become democratic. That's kind of boring, actually. Should have made them absolutist so they'd conquer stuff or something. And still, no one's declared any wars in North America. Though the Confederates are asserting their claims against the Union, so we're gonna see something start up soon. It's a shame I can't make collaboration governments, because I could create one right now on the Union from New England. And the Union's got a lot of cores. Rip Bulgaria. This looks so bad. It looked better if Turkey had been given this, or if Greece had at least been given this. Confederate expansionism. Someone should step in. So I tagged over to Alaska, right, to set them on the path of violence, and I was just looking around their country, and this is, what is the AI cooking here? I don't... and the Union's going for California. I don't actually remember if I set that up. Oh, Turkey's invading Greece over here, which cleaned up that border a bit. It's just like real life. You know, I was expecting Bulgaria to be the one going ham over here, not Serbia. Britain just created a faction with Russia and everyone else was at war with Germany. Yeah, no thanks, I'm not really European, you know. If there's not a war between at least two of Canada, the Union, or the Confederacy by the end of the year, I think I'm just gonna go in with a console and start declaring I'm getting bored here, let's be honest. Alright, it is 1943 and there are no real wars going on in North America. So I will take matters into my own hands. I'm gonna let the Union and Confederacy duke it out, and then I'm gonna go in on whoever wins. Actually, since that's probably gonna be the Confederacy, they've got a larger army than the Union. I am going to also declare war on the Union and the Confederacy. There, now everyone's at war with everyone. Oh, there's no Dawn of the Free States of America event. We're pushing into New York from 3 sides. I should be pushing over here to cut off all these Union boys in the Dakotas. That'll be a nice pocket. There's the Dakotas cut off. The Union will soon fall, and then we'll begin our real war against the Confederacy. Confederate light tanks have shown up. They can pierce ours, and we could pierce theirs. There was 4 divisions encircled up here, and 4 divisions destroyed up here. Huh, how about that? Alright, I don't have anyone handy to respond to that, so I'm gonna need to hurry up and capitulate the Union before that breakthrough can do any damage. Alright, so I'm going to want to retake New York because we used to own that, and the Dakotas to pretty up the borders a little bit. And then I don't have the option to puppet, which is lame. Let's liberate Deseret. I was going to puppet the rest of the Union, but I guess I'll just annex some stuff. Welcome back to the world, Deseret, and since they're not in the war, that's a smaller front we have against the Mexicans. The Mexicans are in this war because they were allied with the Confederacy back in Victoria II, which the converter represented as Mexico guaranteeing the Confederacy and the Confederacy guaranteeing Mexico. Time to correct the mistakes of a year ago and wipe the Confederacy off the map. It's just going to be 1 tank we're going to cut off, but that's something. Now I'm going to try and link up with this front over here. My motorized division cannot pierce the Confederate tank. Actually, I think it said it could pierce the Confederate tanks, but I'm going to need something a bit stronger to break through there either way. Alright, maybe we should chill for a while. We don't seem to be pushing all that well. Except over here, maybe. I have an idea. Alright, so these units over on this side aren't getting fuel. Supply's not great over here, but I am going to try and push with the units I've got on this side. Hopefully I can swing through and make a pocket up here. Deepen them. And we can get my tanks in there. They did get some troops out of the pocket though, it looks like. Oh, and they took over Ohio. 4 more divisions pop. We're up to almost 800,000 Confederates killed. They're pushing us back in Michigan. Let's take some pressure off that front. Why are you going that way? Come on, let's get an overrun. Yeah. Man, those tanks can push really well. Who'da thunk? PSA is over halfway to capitulation. Let's go for another overrun. No, I picked the wrong tile. Alright, now let's push to the Mississippi. Oh, and we've infiltrated the Confederate army. Neat. Now we have enough intel on the Confederacy to know that they've got about as many divisions in the field as we do. At least for now they do. Ooh, that was a tank I just overran. 90% towards capitulation. 1.5 million Confederate dead. And I've gotten them down to definitely less than me. Oh, and we've connected the fronts in Indiana. Now the entire Midwest over here is encircled. It's over, Confederacy bros. Over 2 million and down to no more than 80 divisions. And they're not quite capitulated yet. Huh, we got pushed back from Texas during all that. Well, that just means we get to take over it again. Europe's looking... They are 94% towards capitulation. I don't want to have to deal with all that, so I'm just going to, This is my fault for making a faction in the Balkans. None of this would happen otherwise. Oh, neat, I'm already at war with Germany, so it doesn't matter. I don't have the manpower to garrison all this, so I'm actually going to, and I think I'll do the same with these guys. Disgusting. Oh, so now we've got like a three-way world war going on with the Belgrade Pact against the European Federation versus the Free States of America, which I'm just actually not going to bother with because I don't care. I did what I wanted to do. I fought a war in North America. Catch you on the 4th when I make a video about the United States and nukes.